Ah, finally a turn of good fortune. I imagine you'll have no problem convincing these ignorant clods to hire us forthwith. Honestly, I'm overqualified for most of the work available here, but I'll do whatever is necessary to get us to Sentinel. Hammerfell? Anvil? Why does everything in this part of the world sound like it belongs in a smithy? Look, it was an honest mistake on my part. The captain claimed to be a proper sailor and I took him at his word. I'm an artificer. If you ask me to recalibrate a dwarven power core, I'll ask you to what voltage. But determining where the captain made an error in his navigational calculations? You might as well ask me to charm the wings off a harpy. My letter of introduction opens doors throughout Morrowind, but in this isolated hamlet, I inquired with a blacksmith, but he wanted brawn, not brains. There was also the angler, but we were unable to agree on terms. You'd think so, wouldn't you? The Anvil Repository has a reputation for serving its clients poorly. I offered my skills as a bookkeeper, but the proprietor rejected me. If she reconsiders, I'd make a valuable addition to her team. We're dungeon delvers, not paupers. Kirith and I won't accept charity, no matter how you present it to us. We'll earn our own way. Just find someone who's willing to hire us, and let us do some honest work.
I usually see the tomb as half full, but even I was about to give up hope. Getting doors slammed in your face certainly took the air out of my sails. With your help, we can raise the gold we need to leave this wretched city and get to Sentinel. Now that's a tale to make the brave little scrib cry. Raynor insists that the captain made a mistake, but I saw the contract they signed before we were marooned here. My brother chartered a ship to Anvil, not Sentinel. This is all his fault. He mixed up the names. Anvil, Hammerfell, they sound all the same to my brother. After we'd set sail, he said he couldn't wait to see the towers of Anvil. I reminded him we were sailing to Sentinel. So he ran to see the captain, but it was too late. We had a line on a new dwarven ruin. Well, not new. Newly discovered? Anyway, it's near Tava's Blessing, and it's entirely fresh and unexplored. If me and Raynor can get there before the grave robbers, imagine the amazing things that we'll find. What? No! We're dungeon delvers, not tomb raiders. My brother has a deep and abiding respect for the dwarves. He's obsessed with learning everything he can about their ancient technology. Me? I just love to explore old places. It's my calling. I tried to handle a shift at the local tavern, but the customers couldn't keep their sweaty paws to themselves. You can't blame me for breaking a few fingers. They were touching my body after all. That's when the innkeeper's wife fired me. I thought about helping the rowdy Gua, but the ship's captain is a cheat. What I really want to do is sing. I've serenaded in taverns from Deshan to Eastmarch. I even received a standing ovation in Orsinium. Unfortunately, Anvil has no taste.
Greetings. Finest merchandise around.
Sorry. Between my brother's problems with the forge and that load of ingots that the puny dark elf dropped on the docks, I am way too busy to talk right now. Yes, that was the dark elf's name. I gave him a fair chance, but I don't think he ever lifted anything heavier than a book in his entire life. We had to let him go. With the forge as it is, my brother can't pay a worker who can't do the job. If the Dark Elf can improve the forge, that would be a big help. But we still need those ingots. They were stolen after he abandoned the crate. The thieves use a dock outside the city. Get the ingots back, and I'll give Raynor another chance.
They complain about the heat of my forge, but it will do if you need to take hammer to metal.
look strong and sober. Want a job? The rowdy Gua skirted a hurricane off Kanathi's roost. Oddest thing, just came out of nowhere and we took some damage. I need someone who can hold a board and hammer a nail, preferably at the same time.
I have to admit, I never expected to see you again. Were you able to recover our stolen ingots? We really couldn't afford to lose those ingots. Thank you! You have acted with honor, and we'll do the same. Inform Raynor he can come by and work on our forge. If he really can improve its operations, we'll compensate him fairly.
Won't you take pity on me?
You know what the secret is to making a memorable libation? Good water. I get my water from the bay where the sewer runoff meets the sea. Best water you've ever tasted. Just mind the lumpy bits.
Welcome to the finest tavern on the Gold Coast. We know how to show a visitor a good time. You can bet your boat on that. If you're talking about that dark elf, she's a terrible serving wench. Sailors with broken fingers can't raise mugs, and sailors without mugs can't drink. Any barmaid who can't handle a little friendly attention has no place in my establishment. You'd have to compensate me for the lost business. How about this? I'm out of the petals I use to create an expensive drink for my more affluent customers. Bring me a weird blossom from the Garlas Malatar ruins, and I'll give Kirith another chance.
What a disaster. That bard gets in one scrap with a dark elf and suddenly he can't play tonight's show. She strained his finger. What does that even mean? Sorry, I'm rambling. The crowd gets rowdy when there's no music to listen to while they drink. Ha! The dark elf lass? It just about split my gut when I heard her yowling. Sounded like someone stuck a fork in a bantam guar and twisted it to the right. If that's what they call singing in Morrowind, I really need to pay them a visit. Interesting notion. We've had our share of bards and jesters, but never a jester who sings. At least the crowd will enjoy looking at her. Who knows? They might even like her act. Send Kirith over. I'll pay her well for an evening's entertainment.
You took your time. I was starting to get worried. But tell me, were you successful? Have you secured gainful employment for Kirith and myself? Immediately? That seems rather sudden. Oh, very well. Kirith, did you hear? We can earn enough gold to continue our journey. It just required someone these depraved pirates could understand. Oh, I don't mean to imply that you're depraved, my friend. They need their forge tinkered with? Why didn't they say so? Not to wave my own flag, but I'm an excellent artificer. I'll have that forge operating at peak efficiency before they can recite 3 verses of Netches, Netches all around.
Finest merchandise around.
All right, I'm ready to hear the news now. What kind of job did you sign me up for? Bodyguard? Spy for the Pact? Private chef for a visiting dignitary? Tell me, tell me, tell me! That's wonderful news! Those drunken pirates are in for a treat. Thank you for negotiating an excellent deal. Now, what should I sing? Something from the Tribunal soliloquies? Maybe one of the Sujama drinking songs? So many choices! You did more for us than anyone in this wretched city. Raynor and I will do our jobs and complete our contracts. Then it's off to Hammerfell. There are ruins to explore, adventures to partake in. I'm all tingly with anticipation.
Finest merchandise around.
always more to do.
I could use a break.
This is taking longer than I planned.